everybody? Welcome to Fall River Media News. I just want to let you guys know that, I had to cancel my radio show yesterday, and I also had to cancel it Tuesday. But personal. But I mean, I'm not going to talk about it. But right now, I have to change my schedule again. I have to do an alternate. I have to do an alternate. So it's going to be Tuesdays and Fridays. So it's going to be Tuesdays and Fridays. So I'm going to alternate on that. So Tuesdays and Fridays. But again, I apologize. For that. I try to keep it. I try to keep it Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but now I have to do an alternate, so it's going to be Tuesdays and Fridays, Tuesdays and Friday nights, and but I apologize for that. I apologize for that. The reason why I'm coming on right now, is because it's like doing it at 6 o'clock at nighttime. Doing it at 6 o'clock. I mean, people call my house, and and the audio picks up conversations. Yes, because the audio picks up conversations, and and I just don't want anybody to hear any my private business, something things, my private stuff. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, so it's going to be alternate, Tuesdays and Fridays, maybe one, when it's my day off or so. That's how it's going to be for a little while until further notice. So, today, I want to talk about, with all that being said, I want to talk about Mayor Paul Coogan. And I did talk about Mayor Paul Coogan yesterday, when I was live outside, about the hit and run that he did, So I did talk about that, and what I want to do is I want to continue on talking about. I want to continue on having a discussion with that, because I don't think it's fair. Okay, I don't think it's fair. That he hit this car and and took off. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's fair, because but like I said, if it was one of us, we would have been in trouble with the law. Okay, the cop would probably say, "Hey, look, hey, I don't care. I don't care. You hit a car and you took off." And and the reason why probably that Mayor Paul Coogan made a settlement like that, so he doesn't have to deal with the insurance company and the premiums. So that's why. And but again, if it was us, we'd be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's right. For the mayor to be above the law. I don't think it's right for him to be above the law. and no politician like Mayor Paul Coogan should be above the law. Okay, shouldn't even be above the law. You know, the police, they should have treated him just like any other person. Okay, and this is why we have corruption going on all the time. It's because of stuff like this. Okay, so the police chief calls him and asks him, well, do you realize that you hit a car and you took off? Oh, I had to go to an event. Okay, so if I got into a car, okay, if I got into my car and I hit somebody and took off, okay, and we had witnesses, we had witnesses that saw it, okay, and then all of a sudden the police calls my phone. Hey, did you you realize that you hit that some lady's car down the road? And I'll say, yeah, well, I have to go to an event. You know what the cop is going to say to me? He's going to say, well, you get back here right now. Okay? And get back here. So, what I'm saying is that the mayor can make rules for us to follow, but he doesn't follow them. Okay? He can make rules, but he don't follow them. So, how fair is that? I mean, we all have to be honest with ourselves, okay? He should be held accountable for that. The insurance company should be notified about that hit and run, right? The insurance company should be notified. But again, if that was us, we'd be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see why that the police chief did not have him come down the police station and inform him that he had to call the insurance company or call the police if the mayor hit somebody. Hit a car. I don't know why the mayor did not call. What was the mayor afraid of? His insurance premium going up? I bet. But if that was us, our premiums, our insurance premiums would have went up. So now, yes, I am. I'm upset about it. And and right now, I think that police chief should step down from being police chief. That's my opinion. Okay. First off, the cops, they should have been called. A police report should have been on file, saying that the police officer was there taking a report. But no, that did not happen. And 911 call came in. And the police officer should have been there. But guess what? Police officer did not show up. I mean, how is it difficult to have a police officer to show up at an accident? Okay, well, he should have said, well, I am the mayor of the city of Fall River. And I am the mayor of the city of Fall River, and I accidentally hit this woman's car by accident, and I need a police officer to come down here to at the scene and file a police report. No, that didn't happen. So again, if that was me and you, anybody else, we would have been screwed. Let's put it that way. The insurance companies would have known about it. Premiums would have went up. But no, it didn't. The mayor didn't. The mayor did not call the police and file a police report. Of course not. My opinion, I think that police chief should step down from being a police chief because he enabled Mayor Paul Coogan for not, following the rules. So, why should we follow the rules? If Mayor Paul Coogan can't follow the rules, why should we? I mean, like I said, he can make rules. He can make rules for us to follow. But when it comes to him, he can't. He's not able to follow the rules. Wow, that is to me that's called favoritism. Okay, that's called favoritism, and I think the police chief needs to step. And the mayor of the city of Fall River needs to step down from office for this. Because it's not fair at all. Wow. So now, I know why people do what they do here in the city of Fall River. Because the government cannot follow the rules, but they can make laws for us to follow. Awesome. This is a awesome thing to do. Do what I do. I don't have to follow the rules, but you people have to follow the rules. But I think the police chief should just, step down from being a police chief because right there was favoritism in that area. Right there was favoritism. Just because Mayor Paul Coogan has a police chief, Mayor Paul Coogan used that for his advantage. That's what he did. And Spindle City Straight Talk and Chip, okay, they're right on that. Okay, they were right on that. Okay, and and having said that is all favoritism. That's what it was. It was. I mean, when you start doing favors, then this one's going to want a favor, that one's going to want a favor, and then you're going to have the whole ball rolling. So, and Coogan writing out $1,000 check, that's what I understood, and on Sunday, went up there on Sunday in Taunton, and what garage is open on a Sunday in Taunton? None of them I ever heard of. $1,000 check, and writing it out to them. Oh, why don't you give the victims Mayor Paul Coogan's at an event. Why don't you tells the police chief? Why don't you give the people the victims my personal phone number so I can call them and talk to them. Okay, meet me up at Taunton. I'll go up there and I'll write you out a check for $1,000. No insurance. The insurance company did not know this. Wow. That's what I said. I mean, look at it. Do you really, honestly, do you really want to see this guy in office again of the stuff that he's doing? Oh, I shouldn't don't want to. No, because this is all gonna fall against him. Okay, you don't use you don't use the police chief, the police department like that. Okay, if you get into an accident, okay, well, you're the mayor of the city of Fall River. Call the police and let them know that there was an accident. And, and file a police report, and that's it. And you go to your insurance company and you tell them, look, there was an accident, and I need a police officer down here to file a police report. And yes, I am the mayor of the city of Fall River. That's what Mayor Paul Coogan should have done. But he didn't do it. Okay? He went about it a different way, and that's why people are upset at him right now, because he went about it a different way. Okay? He went about it a different way. And yeah, what about the bike accident that Trudy got into? Was that phony and fake too? He didn't do anything about that either? Wow. Awesome. Whew. Man, there is real, and people talk about Jazel Correa on what Jazel did. This mayor's a whole nother Jazel, but doing things a whole different way. Wow. Follow a reporter. Look it up. It's on my page, on my Fall River Media page. Look it up. But I want to get off this subject right now. I just really wanted to put it out there too, because I didn't have a chance to be. Because yesterday I was kind of busy doing other things. So, but now I have to alternate my I have to alternate my my radio show now. Sometimes it's going to be Tuesdays and Fridays, or Thursdays, you know what I'm saying? Because I have to alternate back and forth. I have to do that. Because I have to. I have no choice. But I just wanted to put that out there, and to see what you guys think. And I never heard anything back from anybody about it. So I just want to let you know I'm going to be alternating back and forth. So and I want to talk about the Karen Reed case. There was. I gotta go on YouTube for a minute. I want to see if there's anything on YouTube about it, because I know Turtle Boy was actually broadcasting it, and the Karen Reed case. The Karen Reed case trial is day 16, part 2, and just want to the Karen Reed case. Listen to this audio. This is the Karen Reed case.
I know they were on the first floor. I'm not 100% positive as to where exactly their rooms were. that direction. He walked off. I continued out to the pool bar when I heard very loudly his name screamed across the lobby, very angrily, and it made me stop in my tracks. I started to turn around to come back in. So once you go out to the pool bar, you kind of go around a corner and you go out of view. So I turned around to go back in. As I'm going back in, I hear someone yell, "Who the fuck was that?"
Oh.
As I come around the corner, I see Mr. O'Keefe walking toward a woman, and they were...
Language. Sorry about that, YouTube.
He said, "Calm down, that's Laura's little sister." When I came back around the corner, I said, after Mr. O'Keefe said, "Calm down, that's Laura's little sister," I said, "Hi, nice to meet you." That's when Miss Reed's head snapped up, and she very loudly told me to go fuck myself.
Oh, I don't want to listen to this.
And I said, "Yeah, fuck you too."
Well, there's too many swears in this. Oh, God. I don't want to listen to this. Yeah, there's too many swears into that. I mean, the Karen Reed case of a woman charged in Boston officer's death. I mean, my opinion on all that stuff, I think she's innocent. But it's day 16, and there's been a lot of testimonies and witnesses throughout this case. I mean, she's got a lot of support. She got a lot of support out there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, and to me, I don't know why they are keeping this trial going. I don't. I mean, I don't really know. I don't know why they are keeping this going. But for myself, I think that in my opinion, I think she's innocent, and so they're probably gonna try every which way to railroad this woman. Okay, and they're probably going to. You know what I'm saying? And she has her lawyers there with her. You know what I'm saying? And she has lawyers, and I don't know why that this is really happening to her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they should have just said, "Hey, look, we had testimony, and we had testimony. We listened to everybody, the jurors. The jurors listened to everybody. All right. Well, you know what? It's we have to they have to put this case to rest, okay? Because it's not good, okay? Because right now they're wasting wasting money. You know what I'm saying? Taxpayers' money. If they're trying to keep this case going, forget it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to. They're basically not going to keep this case going because, and they're not going to do that. Okay, keep this case going because this woman, is actually innocent. You know what I'm saying? Innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. That's what it is, and and people just don't understand, and they don't understand that. So if you're hearing testimony and and a whole bunch of testimony, so this is day 16. So and you're probably she's got a lot of support out there in the outside the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? And like Turtle Boy is always down there reporting all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Turtle Boy, yeah. I mean, he's always reporting all this good stuff. I mean, and he stands out there, on the side of the courthouse, and he chants for her, he helps her. You know what I'm saying? A supporter. You know what I'm saying? Of a woman that's being accused of killing a Boston police officer, which is, and I wouldn't doubt that the boyfriend did it. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't doubt that in that matter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I get it, and I know that they have to look at they got to look at all testimonies. They got to look at all police reports. They got to look at videos. They got to look at everything that that was recorded at that time. At that time frame. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's but still, I mean, I believe back in the 1980s and 1990s, we didn't have podcasts. We didn't have live videos. We didn't have all these things. Okay, we didn't. But now, we have all these things now. Okay, more information we can send more information out there now. You know what I'm saying? We can. We can. And once we get the information, we can send it out there now, because now everyone's got podcasts, everybody's got live feed, everybody's on TikTok, everybody's on Instagram Live, everybody's recording out there now. And something, there's a lot of cameras out there now. You know what I'm saying? In the community now. You don't know when something happens. You don't know who's gonna pull out a live feed. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I mean, you never know. That's why sometimes you got to be careful what you say, because people can actually pull out a live feed, and you're probably talking up a storm, and not realizing that someone's got a camera out there, and videoing it live, as you talking. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said you gotta be careful on what you talk about out there, because some people are just like, okay, well, this guy's talking about some things here, and I'm gonna record it live, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody's actually hearing on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, like I said, just be careful, you know what I'm saying, for what you're talking about, because, I mean, you can, get yourself in trouble. I mean, just like today on the bus, people are talking about, I could have recorded the whole thing if I wanted to on the bus, but I didn't. People are talking about, this guy's on probation, and and on probation. Oh, geez, I'm on this other guy saying I'm on probation for 6 months. He's on the bus actually talking about this. Okay, his own personal thing. You know what I'm saying? Private information. But once you start talking about your private information on the bus, yes, there is audio, but yes, there is other people on the bus hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and at any given moment, people can just record your what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, yeah. So actually, people can, record what you're talking about on what you're saying on the bus. Oh, geez, look at this. Wow. Hey, look at this. I just found something here. A menu item. A medium French fry was $1.79. Now it's $4.19. McChicken was $1.29. A Big Mac was $3.99. And the McChicken now is $3.89. A Big Mac was $3.99. Now it's $7.49. A 10 McNuggets was $4.49. Now it's $7.58. A cheeseburger was $1. Now it's $3.15. Imagine that. Taco Bell. Beefy 5 layers of burritos was $1.69. Now it's $3.69. Nachos Bell Grant was $3.29. Now it's $5.89. A spicy potato soft taco was $1, so now it's $1.19 now. So, do you see the big difference of increase in prices? That's a whole big jump from where it was at until now. Okay? So that's what that was. So I just want to actually read that out and stuff. And I just want to know, how was the Celtics today? And anybody know anything about the Celtics? Did the Celtics win? The Boston Celtics, I just want to know what's going on here. Yeah, so I just want to know anything about the Celtics, if anybody knows anything about them, and it's if they actually won. Because let me see here. Let me see what this else is going on here. Well, you know what? I love to read something right now, and it's not going to take long. Probably take a few minutes. Let me take these glasses off so I can actually put on my reading glasses and actually read what this says, because I don't want to misquote anything. Because I don't want to misquote anything. So I kind of really want to read some things here. It says, let me be clear that this is not an action I believe to be in the best interest of Idaho's voters, is to have choices between the at least two major party candidates for this nation. The high political office, unfortunately, however, the Ohio House of Representatives has refused to act, and the Democratic Party has so far offered no legal accountability remedy, as this Ohio Attorney General office has advised. My office of the Democratic Party has offered to submit a proposal certificate by the statutory deadline. Symbolize is not provided for by law, and there is no proposition of Ohio election codes that would permit the Secretary to further of the General Assembly as clearly stated that no public official shall cause any election to be conducted other than the time, place, and matter, and minor prescribable by the reverse codes, and the integrity of this election being with the citizen necessary, having full faith and confidence that their chief election office will always follow the law. As much as such, my office seeks remedy that both uphold the law and serve in the best interests of the voters of the state. I trust that you will act quickly to resolve conflict so we can move forward with clarity and prosperity for the November general election. Thank you for your prompted attention to this matter. Wow, that is awesome. Well, that was by Don Mactung, counsel to the Democratic National Committee, and Biden for the, yeah. So that was the ORC. So but hey, you know something though. But I'm going to tell you, you know what I'm saying. But with this whole election coming up, okay, in June 27th, with the Biden and Donald Trump, okay, and okay, that CNN, okay, is going to cut off the mic on Trump, okay, might cut off the mic on Biden too, who knows, you know what I'm saying, but they also might cut off the mic on more on Trump. So and I'll tell you, I do not trust CNN one bit, okay? CNN is corrupt, okay? And, you think Fox News is corrupt? You should look at CNN, okay? CNN is worse, okay? So, now look at all the moderators that's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, it's going to be a total disaster. I prefer Channel 10 and 6 probably, moderating this election. You know what I'm saying? Not CNN or Fox News. You know what I'm saying? Because there's gonna be some kind of corruption going on there, and inside that debate, or somebody's gonna, they might cut off Biden's, mic a little bit, but they're gonna cut off Trump's mic just a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that way he doesn't say anything. And you know what? And that's how CNN works. So what we're gonna do is, when I on the 27th, okay, I'm gonna keep a close eye on this debate, and I'm gonna keep a close eye on it, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm live to give some information. You know what I'm saying? Because this is wrong. This is gonna be wrong for them to do. And the Democratic Party don't understand that. They don't understand that it's corruption. If you don't like a sitting president, okay, if you don't like somebody, you're gonna try everything. You're gonna try everything in your power, okay, to not have him back in office again. But you know something though, Trump is not a bad person, okay? He's not a bad guy, okay? He's great, and this is what we need. We don't need a career politician. We need a businessman, okay? And you know something? Biden's for big pharma, okay? Big pharmaceuticals, okay? Trump is not for big pharmaceuticals, okay? Biden's for big pharmaceuticals companies, okay, and Biden is for big corporate companies too, okay. He is, okay. Don't let Biden fool you, because Biden's for big corporate companies too, okay. Don't let him fool you, okay. Because I've heard Biden talk about big corporates, you know what I'm saying? How he supports them, and how he and how he gives money to them. Okay, don't let him fool you, because Biden is JoJo is a sly, slick president. Okay, Joe Biden will let you think that he's doing something for you. Okay, but he's not. So I mean, we do need a businessman, okay? And something, and Trump is it, okay? Trump is a businessman, and the United States is a business. So we do need a businessman in office. So I mean, we do need a businessman in office. So I mean, and I hate to say it, but I mean, I don't trust CNN at all. CNN, Fox News, the only news source that I would actually trust would be Channel 10 and 6, and Right Side Broadcast and Brit Broadcast too. I mean, them are the only trusted news source around. You know what I'm saying? CNN, I don't know why, because I think I heard Trump say that CNN was, corrupt too. You know what I'm saying? But I hate to say it, but they're gonna knock off. They may knock off Joe's mic, but they're gonna knock off Trump's mic too as well. You know what I'm saying? And something, and to me, I don't even think that's even going to be a fair debate if you ask me. Okay, ask me a question and I can tell you that that's not going to be a fair debate, because I can already see it go down already. Okay, because they're Trump this, Trump that. You know what I'm saying? And well, I ain't voting for Trump because Trump is a businessman, and he's got a criminal trial coming up and everything. But something though, Trump did not do anything wrong, and I will defend Trump to the end. Until the end of November, I will defend him, because Trump did not do anything wrong. And you know what? You can all say otherwise. That you're right. You can say otherwise. That's your opinion. But I'm going to tell you that, you know what? Right now, okay? Right now, it's looking good for Trump right now. I'm going to tell you right now, it's looking good for him. Okay? And I'm going to tell you straight from the horse's mouth that it's not looking good for Biden, because of his son's going to trial. Okay? Hunter Biden. Okay? So it's not looking good for either one of them. I'm going to tell you right now. So I mean, you can say otherwise. Again, it's your right to say otherwise, but I'm going to tell you, it's not looking good for either one of them. Okay? It's not. Okay? It's not looking good for Joe, the President of the United States. I hate to say that. It's not looking good for Hunter Biden either, because look at the corruption that went on with Hunter Biden, with his dirty deals, right? With his dirty deals, and everybody knows this. Okay, everyone knows it with the dirty deal. So it's not looking good for the father. Okay. They say, hey, look, the father's president of the United States and his son's doing dirty deals. It's not looking good. I'm going to be totally straight up with you with that. Okay. And, but I'm going to tell you that it's looking good for Trump. It is. It's looking good for him. And you know what? But again, you can say otherwise. I'm just saying the facts. Okay? I'm just saying the facts. And that's it. You know, there is facts that I can back up. Okay? And let me tell you something. And I've been involved with this presidential election, with elections, ever since I was 10 years old. And believe me, and I do my research a lot. Okay? I do my research a lot. You know, I mean, I just don't vote for anybody. Okay? If I see a good candidate, I'm going to back him up. Whether if he's a businessman or not a businessman, I'm going to back him up. But just like Trump, I'm backing Trump because he's a businessman. Okay? He is. Okay? He's a businessman, and and I don't believe that he's done anything wrong to the United States of America. Trump saw that the United States was in a lot of trouble, and that's why he came into this election. Okay? Because the United States was in a lot of trouble. Okay? And he wanted to come in, be president, help out the United States. Because know why? Because he loves this country. Okay? He loves this country. This country belongs to him, me, and everybody else. Okay? So, he loves this country. What could I say for Joe? Joe don't love this country. Because if Joe loved this country, then he would be for America. Joe don't love this country, so he's America's last president. Okay? He is a American last president. So he doesn't love this country. Okay? That's what I can say. That's what I can say about it. So there's a difference between loving your country and putting your country first than putting your country last. There's a whole big difference there. You know, I mean, there is a whole big difference there. And me, I come out and say it because I come out and I talk about facts. And I come out and talk about true facts. You know? So I come out and talk about true facts. But I'm not going to get into so much about the federal election until November. I'm not going to get into much about it. But if I see some new intel, I will talk about it. And that is a definite fact. I will talk about it. But NBC 10 team former Mayor Coogan pays for damages after scraping parking lot car. There it is, right there. I mean, look at this. After scraping parking lot car, right there. I mean, right there. See it? That's it right there. Okay. NBC team former Mayor Paul Coogan pays for damages after scrapping parking lot car. Former Mayor Paul Coogan scraps inside of a parked car while backing out from the front of a restaurant on South Main Street Friday evening and drove away. The mayor told NBC 10, I already cut a check to the owner of the other car to fix the damages. Wow. Cut a check, pay these people off. Wow, more. Wow. I like you to listen to this audio because there is a audio by Brandon Condell by NBC 10 News on Monday, the 20th in 2024. So I'm going to play the audio and you guys are going to listen to it.
There were two guys. Neither guy wore their seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. Two guys drove home from there. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. One guy didn't.
Not do that. The mayor of Fall River settles up a fender bender at a local restaurant where he left back since he never knew he hit the other car. I'm Dean Donaldson.
Good to have you with us tonight. I'm Patrice Wood. Mayor Paul Coogan is not in trouble with the police, though. The I-Team's Brian Crandall has the mayor's explanation.
Dinging up a car after dinner and driving away. Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan scraped the side of a car while backing out from in front of a restaurant on South Main Street Friday evening. People at the restaurant told me Coogan was there, and a customer told them Coogan had hit the car parked next to his on the way out and left. The owners of that car then went to Fall River Police. Police tell me they contacted Coogan. He indicated to them he was not aware there had been contact between his car and another. Police say Coogan and the other car owners then exchanged information, and that was it. Coogan did not want to do an interview on camera with me, but told me over the phone, "At the time, I did not know I scraped it." He admitted to me I should have took my time and didn't. I made a mistake. The mayor also said if I did something wrong, I'm accountable.
But Coogan tells me he did think he potentially hit the car as he was backing out. He says he drove around the block, came back, got out, looked at the other car, but didn't see any damage, so he left.
Police messaged me in response to questions, quote, "The elements to support a citation for leaving the scene were not met in this instance." The mayor told me he asked police if he was being treated any differently than anyone else. The response he got was, absolutely not. Coogan told me he did not drink any alcohol, that he had a Diet Coke at the restaurant. And he told me he met with the car owners yesterday, that it was still hard to see the damage until he got up close to it. Coogan says the owners got an estimate of about $1,050 to fix it, and he gave them a check for $1,100. Car owners have not responded to my messages. Coogan also told me he did not understand why this would be a news story. Brian Crandall, ABC 10 News.
Oh, he gave him a check for $1,100. That's what it was. It wasn't for $1,000. It was for $1,100. My apologies. It was for $1,100. Wow, ain't that amazing, huh? Wow, how this man gets away with things. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. But it's unbelievable how this mayor gets away with things like this. You know what I'm saying? But if it was us, we'd be going by insurance companies and everything, and getting a citation I don't understand why the mayor did not get a citation. It will be investigated by Fall River Media News, and it will also be investigated by Spindle City Straight Talk and everything. So, because this is wrong. This is so wrong. Okay, it is. I don't know. If you people like this kind of stuff, mayor's getting away with things, and or mayor's putting rules on us, and but he's not following the rules either. Come on. There's something wrong with this picture. Yeah. I thought I see it my way. But like I said, you'll never see me on that trolley. Or my family. But it's pretty obvious though that Mayor Paul Coogan's got control of the police chief and the whole police department, and Mayor Paul Coogan will continuously get away with stuff like this. So if he ran somebody over, he would also, if he ran somebody over, he would probably get away with that too, because he's the mayor of the city of Fall River. Yeah. But good thing he didn't run anybody over. And maybe but he told NBC 10 that, I didn't have nothing to drink. So why wasn't a police officer on the scene taking a breathalyzer test off the mayor of the city of Fall River? Because he's the mayor of the city of Fall River? So he actually took his word for it, saying that he drank Coke. Soda. Why didn't he have a police car there to take a breathalyzer test to see if he did drink or he didn't? So again, that falls that there. Are you kidding me? Wow. I should be the mayor of the city of Fall River. Maybe I could swindle out of a breathalyzer test. Right? Maybe I should be. I can swindle out of a breathalyzer test. So the police chief actually took his word for it. Wow. Great. Well, he needs to be held accountable for this. Okay, he needs to be held accountable because no, this is not right. Okay, this is not right at all for this to happen. This is wrong. Okay, and I think everybody knows it's wrong. Wow. I gotta read something else here. Congressman Cole Bush, Mike Brown should be turned 28 today, but his life was taken by a foreign police officer. Michael Brown was a robbery suspect, was shot after he intentionally in altercation with the police. Investigation included by the DOJ concluded Officer Wilson used of force by justifying Brown had reached for the officer's gun. Well, that's been going around lately. Wow. The Really story on January 6th, Part 2 of The Long Road Home revealed that shocking evidence how the wide range of prosecution on January 6th defendant has been handled with just injustice. Wow, that's pretty obviously right there. The sweeping prosecution and justifying cause and what does it mean to our constitutional rights and the future of our country? So I like to know, what does it mean? Legals are admitting that they rushing to the border to beat the election in November. They want Biden to win so they don't get deported. Well, guess what? If Trump wins, you're all getting deported. How's that? So I mean, now you guys don't want to get deported because you got the feel of of freedom here in America instead of coming here by getting a green card. So you come here, okay? You all come here, and now you guys are all afraid to get deported. Well, you guys should have came in here by a green card. That way, nobody ever feels like they're going to get deported back to where they came from. So now they're all scared because if Trump gets in, they're all going to get deported back to where they come from. And you know something? And good enough. And maybe that should be the case. Okay? Green cards, they're available to everybody. Okay? Green cards, they're always available to everybody. All you got to do is fill out an application from the Secretary of State, and the Secretary of State sends it to the President of the United States. The President approves it, And if he sees what he likes, then he approves it. Okay? Wow. So now, if Biden don't win, Trump wins, guess what? You damn cookie, you guys are going to get deported back where you came from. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know something? You know why? Because you guys should have did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Did it the right way, it would have been no problem. Okay? And you know something? And the United States welcomes everybody here. Okay? The United States, as long as that you go and do it the right way. When you do things the right way, okay, you have no problems. But when you do things the wrong way by coming over the border and thinking, okay, I'm going to get away with it because Joe's the president of the United States. No, you're not. You're far from getting away with doing all this stuff. Okay? I remember when Biden plenty said in 2022 he was going to make sure that Trump will not take power. Ha! See how corrupt this stuff is? You see it? See how corrupt this is? Oh, well, let me tell you something. Trump will take power. He will be president of the United States again. Okay, because let me tell you something. Trump never conceded. Okay? He never did. Never conceded. Okay? And again, Trump should have won that presidency in 2020. Okay? In 2022, he should have won that presidency. Because he should have. And you know something? And I don't trust anybody. Okay? I don't. And you know something? The only person that knows the truth is Right Side Broadcast, Channel 10 and 6 Media, okay? The conservative medias, we all know the truth about what happened there, okay? And you guys can deny all you want. And keep denying, and so is mainstream media. Keep denying. But you know what? God only knows the truth of what happened. Okay? And let me tell you. Just a word of advice. Just watch out for karma. That's all I got to say. So how long is any cell has in the RNAA and is producing spike protein in a ticking. Oh, I don't wanna. How can American people trust Biden to run this country when he can't even maintain his own household? Yeah, well, he can't even maintain his own household. How can he run a country? Wow. The Biden family crippling debit is revealed. Household onto your hats, folks, because the final roller coaster that is the Biden bank account has just taken a sharp dip according to the year. Wow. Thank goodness somebody did a cost benefit analysis and followed the date. Oh. We need to get back to God. We need to get our faith. Just in Israel, officials seize cameras and broadcasting equipment from the Associated Press and taking down live shots from northern Gaza and city's new media laws. Meet the show. He traveled around stirring Trump supporters to vote. His work, especially the Dominican community, is inspiring the videos. And from Queens, New York, can we give a show a huge round of applause? Of course. I mean, you got people all over New York City with Trump flags all over the place. And just in the RNC headquarters in D.C. on the lockdowns after visible bios, RNC headquarters in D.C. is a lockdown after veal from blood. Any they sell by the MAGA. Yeah, well, they're calling our MGA, we are hateful, and we're not hateful. We're not. Let's put it this way, we are peaceful. President Trump confirmed that Texas AG Ken Paxton, Texas, would be a strong choice for the U.S. AG in his second term. Nobody has attacked the Biden regime and the courts more than the AG Paxton. He filed dozens of lawsuits to stop the leftist agenda and been successfully in May. He is not a threat to the left, but the parties as well as BC. He fights to close the borders. For the Texas rhinos and the Bush machine tried to impeach him, but he survived. He is a fighter who is hell-bent on saving America. Oh, yeah, he's saving America. You know what I'm saying? You know? The new Biden administration ordered a ban on 2024 elections, beating markets, which often shows Donald Trump is winning in November. So Donald Trump is winning in November. Okay? He is winning in November. And you know something? And I've been trying to tell you people this, but you guys are switching all the numbers around and saying that. But Trump is winning in November, and that's what we're focusing on. Yeah, he ordered to ban on election bidding market. Yeah, well, Trump is winning in November. Let me put it that way. Trump's numbers, you can flip those numbers around. You can say he's not, but I'm going to tell you something, okay? Trump is winning in November. He's winning by a lot in November. This is for November. On his day in 1856, pro-slavery Gillens, born at the town of Lawrence, Kansas, and the grounds between 1854 and 1859. The territory played in a host to a civil war and a maintainer between a function known as a border rifleman and slavery-free state. Justin Trump said that the world considers taping Ken Paxton in Texas for the U.S. Attorney General to re-elect him. Trump says he consider Ken Paxton for U.S. Attorney General. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene remembers last week when I said the AOC is not intelligent. She just to prove my point, AOC admitted that the Democrats' lawfare against Trump is like a electronic ankle monitor, limited his ability to campaign. So they're trying to eliminate his ability to campaign, which is, it's against the law. They can't do that. Okay? They cannot do that. Julian Assange approved that America and her allies were committing war crimes in the Middle East. He unveiled emails showing John Paskin and his hacks, showing Secretary Love and attended spirits and cooking combo events, and he told us almost that the DNC murdered Seth Rich in order to cover up the facts that they rigged the 2016 election primary for Clinton over Sanders. He is one of the most constitutional journalists of our time, and he should be set free. If this court won't do it, 47th should pardon and let him show. Let me see this. Pardon and let him tell his story. I, for one, want to hear everything he has to say. Yeah, well, the 47th President of the United States of America, that would be Donald J. Trump, the 47th President, and he will let him speak. Wow. A lot of things going on. I believe Sands is a hero. I heard recently that he is part of the WHS and has never been in jail, just in protective custody. I also believe that his weakness, retaliation that were posted on Dugans almost daily at the time were instrumental in awakening people to Hillary deem corruption big stuff. Again, none of Julian's horrific action would have been necessary if the media was doing its job. I cannot understand why on earth we still funding the mainstream media. I just did an update to StopMainBasketNow.com in the last 2 weeks at 05/06/24 to the 05/19/24. 8 sponsors, 112 companies, 171 products, 600 ads, 16,980 seconds, 67,920,000 in revenue, assuming 60,000 per 15-second ad. Source has Black Rocket are not funding the MSM. We are, and we have gotten to stop supporting these companies. Well, yeah, I mean, you have to stop supporting these companies, dude. Wow. It's past time that we need to hear from Julian, and I am very interested in what he has uncovered and who should it be held accountable for their actions. I agree. For far too many years, our government, its agencies, as well as many so-called Western democratic, has been guilty of the abuse of power, looking at everything and uncovering everything they have done in much need to help humanity. God help us. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you, and yeah, God help us. And let me. There should be some more. Former President Trump had a chance to pardon Julian Assange before he left office. Instead, that former president pardoned 200 politicians and their associates, all with criminal records and who were convicted of crimes, most of which were embezzlements and other former financial fraud. Why would Trump pardon now criminals and leaving Assange in prison to tell the truth? Well, I mean, I don't know anything about that one. Agrees that times of truth comes up, and assassin is a huge puzzle piece in this mess. Free him. I agree. He should be free and awarded for what he has done. He has tried to warn us. He is not a criminal, not the criminal. Massachusetts for Trump. Limited education. Massachusetts for Trump flag. Accident showed where my red pill as far of this country is a concern. My health care red pill comes from work. In the meantime, he is physically safe where he is at until the wolves biting at his heels are put down. I think this is part of the movie, and he is safe to protect in protective custody. He would definitely bring down the house. They are going to kill him if they are not taken out first. The shield prompt the first arrest. What the hell are they waiting on? Enough already. Just do it. Send the military to prove you have it all. Save children. Save the sick. Save the homeless. Save lives. Now flip the switch if the scare even necessarily. And do it. We're as ready as will ever be. Don't give them the satisfaction of stopping this election. They had enough. Why do kill innocent Americans? HAARP, DW, ETC. When will this ever end? We are the people are losing hope. Yeah, well, we are the people that are losing hope. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, yeah, we are, I mean, on the line of times for all to know what is a conspiracy theory. Weren't crazy, nuts. They were right. It is time for the rods of God, the removal of the sick and the evil monsters among us. It's time for the truth and the crimes and the public justice. It's time for the EBS. It is time for Trump to return as our leader of the Republican. So it's time for Trump to return to be our leader for the Republican. So it's time for that. Yes, it's time. Yeah, it's kind of, wow, that's big quotes right there, man. Woof, God, yeah. I mean, look at it. I'd like to see what's on, read what's on here. Congratulations to the team of passing 3 million customers in 99 countries, and thank you to the for buying. Breaking news of America says the U.S. is currently in a economic recession, and the majority blames mismanagement by President Joe Biden, according to Harris's polls. We have to blame Joe for this because he's the one that caused this recession. He did. And you know what? Again, people can say otherwise. That's fine. It's okay. But you know something? But like I said, we all know the truth. Which group represents that to which we are reframing, please clarify by TIA. Oh, it's on YouTube. It's free. Chat GPT is free. Twitter X is free. Do what you want with this information. Beacons standards in the next 10 years is not good. Thinking about what you are advocating for. You may think it's cool to tweet, let's burn financial system. And over the long term, maybe you're right. But in the meantime, we are talking about death. At last, without violence, physical violence, digital violence, taking your pick. Many will leave. They will be, and she is a good for no one. Wow. Kind of like reading these. The DJT Trump media. I love that one. People who leave and follow. Crypto.com. There are no need to buy a whole coin. US 10 is only you need. Available for $250 cryptocurrency. What is the book you must recently give a 5-star rating? Wow. Why should we just give a 5-star rating? We should just give the 5-star rating to Trump. You know? Wow. Raiders even shot back after one reporter tried to claiming that the butt kicker was speaking aisle over a woman. Okay. Boston Celtics. Let's see what happened with them. Disgraced by former FBI Director James Comey warned people that President Trump will go after the FBI and the DOJ should all the top leadership and terminate on that day one. I don't think Donald Trump is going to do that. No, Donald Trump is not going to do anything. Okay, I mean, this all this stuff that these people put out there. Iran leaders are dead close by stepping down, and it's only Wednesday, not a bad week so far. Well, I mean, all this nonsense, stuff that's going on here in the world, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all nonsense. Okay, it's really it's nonsense, and it is. It's all nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Trump is going to be the next president of the United States, and I'm very happy with that. Arizona Attorney General candidate Abel Han has filed yet another appeal at his petition seeking a correction of the stolen 2022 election. Markup country, the Democrats stole the election by 280 votes, but there are still 9,000 uncounted ballots. Wow. Folks, man, did you listen to this one? Woo, I didn't see this one. Breaking news, Arizona Attorney General candidate Abby Hampton has filed yet another appeal in his petition seeking a correction of the stolen 2022 election. Maricopa County and Democratic stole the election by 280 votes, but there are still 900 uncounted ballots. Wow, 900 uncounted ballots. Wow, the Democrats won't admit that. Of course not. I mean, the liberals won't even admit that. The Main Street media won't even admit that. Okay? They won't admit anything because they know the Republicans are right. Okay? They know that the Democrats will twist everything. Okay? And you know how I know? Because I used to be a Democrat before. So that's how I know that the Democrats will twist everything around. They will. And that's a fact. I mean, I know because I used to be one. And you know something? And being a former Democrat, knowing all their tricks that they like to twist things around. They do. Oh, they love it. I mean that's the Democrat specialty. You know what I'm saying? Twisting things around. Twisting things around. It's them twisting things around. But something though. But hey, but let me tell you something. The Democrats don't even know. The Democrats probably wouldn't know the truth if it flew by them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's how that goes. I think I got something here that I wanna share. Let me see here. Abraham Handis, individual legally entitled to the office of Attorney General David Most and Thomas Crosby. Honored Susan Penn, the judge of the Superior Court of the State of Arizona and for this country. Maricopa responded. Chris May, Attorney General of Arizona, ETLAL, responded to the defendant. Court appeals this division of one case and 1CA CV 240357. Maricopa County Superior Court case. CV 2023 053 465 CV 2023 054 988. Expanded relief and original agreement required. So yeah. So there was 900 ballots uncounted in the 2020 election. Democrats won't. The Democratic they will not. Okay, admit this. Okay, they will not. Main Street media won't. CNN won't admit this. They won't admit this. This stuff that I'm saying right now. They won't. You know why? Because the Democrats, they will twist things around. They will twist things around. Main Street media will twist things around. CNN will twist things around. But that's why I was talking about Main Street media today. CNN today. I apologize for that again. Main Street media kind of tired today. CNN, they will twist things around just like Democrats will. They will twist it around. They always do. I know that for a fact because I'm a walkaway former Democrat, and I know that they will twist things around. They'll say, no, sir. No, sir. You're a liar. 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 That's what they'll say. And I know that they'll say it's fact. I mean, I hear it all the time. No, sir. No, sir. Sir, oh, Biden's a good president. Oh, Biden's this, Biden's that. Biden's not a good president. How could he be a good president when he pulled out the military before the civilians? And gave the Taliban an opportunity to take over the capital, Afghanistan. Tell me that. And left all our equipment over there. If they're gonna tell me that was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. Left our helicopters over there, our drones. No, man, we're not gonna forget this. No, this stuff needs to be talked about. And the Democrats can call it say it's a lie, but we all know it's the truth. Because I'm going to tell you again, I used to be a Democrat I was a Democrat walkaway, and I know how they work. Okay, I do know how they work. Believe me, I do. Okay, I do know how they work. And they can't say anything different. They can say what they want, but I think everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie. Main Street media, same way. Come on, we were doing great under the Trump administration. We had money in our wallets. We don't have any under the Biden administration. Come on, people, get real around here. You know what I'm saying? Get real. Do you want money in your pocket? Do you want money in your wallet? And say that, oh, I can go out and take my wife out now to shopping. I can take my wife out to the market now, to a restaurant, because now I got money. Now we're under the Trump administration. Under the Biden administration, guess what? You don't have money. That's why tax is so high. That's why food prices are so high. What do you think? What do you think? Joe's gonna do something for you? Joe ain't gonna do nothing for you. Except drag this economy right to the ground. That's how it's gonna be done. Trump will not drag this economy to the ground. He will not cut your Social Security. He will not raise taxes either. He'll lower the gas prices. The XL pipeline, he'll bring back hundreds of workers that lost that job under the Biden administration. Let me tell you something. If I ran for president, this is what I would have done. And I will tell you straight up, okay? I would work on the border wall. I would work on the XL pipelines. I would work on bringing back hundreds of workers that lost their jobs under the Biden administration. That's how I would have done it. That's how I would have done it. We need the hundreds of workers that lost their jobs. We need them back working. Nobody wants to work. We need them back working. They won't work under the Biden administration. Please stop being naive about things. Stop being naive. You people, empty wallets. Under the Trump administration, your wallet was full with money. You can bring your wife out. You can go on vacation. You can do this. You can do that. Market prices of food was down. Gasoline was down. Under the Biden administration, it's not. It's up. It's all price gouging under the Biden administration. We had it under the Trump administration, $8 a barrel for oil. $8 a barrel. And oil will never dry up. And whoever tells you that, you can drill, baby, drill. That's what you can do. You can drill, baby, drill. There's plenty of oil for everybody all over the place, and it will never dry up. And the reason why people don't like Trump, because he's not your particular politician that you want him to be. He's a businessman. And you know something? The whole country's a business. And this is what we need in office. Let me tell you something right now. If Joe gets back in, there will be another civil war. I'll tell you that right now. And that's not what we want for this country. We don't want civil wars no more. You put Trump back in office, then you get then you get good quality. We're not getting good quality. Packages of bacon is being shortened. You think that's right for the American people? Of course not. Actually, Trump will take care of the veterans. Under the Joe administration, he's not taking care of the veterans. Yeah. Well, that's all I got to say today. To say about that anyway. And I'm going to look at, let me see here. I already did all of that. I was inside the court when the judge closed the Trump trial, and what I saw shocked me. Well, because his case is being thrown out. You can say differently, but his case is being thrown out. Okay? I have observed and participated in this trial, but thought out that the world I have seen justice in a China, Russia, Ukraine, and England, France, Italy, Israel, and well as a nearly 40 of our 50 states. But in many 60 years, a lawyer and law professor, I have never seen or speculate such as the one I observed sitting in front row of the courthouse yesterday. The judge in Donald Trump's trial was in absolutely tyranny, thought he appeared to the jury to be a Ben lent this part by seeming automatically to be ruled against the defendant at every turn. Well, that's because the judge was corrupt. You got a corrupt judge. If you got a Democratic judge, of course. Of course. Many experienced lawyers raised their eyebrow when the judge excluded absolutely irrelevant evidence when offered by the defense while including irrelevant evidence offered by the prosecution. But when the defense only observed witnesses, the experienced attorney Robert Castillo raised his eyebrow at one of the New York Superior Court Justice Jean Marchin ruling the court went berserk. Losing his cool and showing the skin of the judge cleared at the courtroom of everyone, including the media. For one more reason, I was allowed to stay, and I observed one of the most remarkable wrong-ahead bizarre and I have ever seen in the judge. Actually, threatened to strike all Castillo's testimony if the raising his eyebrow again. That course would have been unconstitutional because it would have denied the defendant his Sixth Amendment right to confront witnesses and to raise a defense. That would be absolutely so. I mean, yeah, that would be unconstitutional. Of course it would. Okay? That would be unconstitutional. It's like anything else. But like I said, minor incident simplifies that the tip of very large, deep icebergs of false reporting about this trial then can only occur because of the proceedings are not being televised. There are television cameras in the courtroom, but they record and transmit every word, but not. The public only selects reporters in the overflow room, seeing that the cameras of transmit. There is absolutely no good reason why a trial of this importance of any trial should not be televised by live and in real times, allowing the public to see their courts in action, but is the best guarantee of fairness, as Justice Louis Brand Wesley said a century ago. Sunlight is the best disinfections. When I was growing up in Brooklyn, we used to listen to these colorful accounts of Dodgers game. Red Redeemers by Red Barber on the radio. Only when I went to a game and I brought my portable radio, I could hear how the old redheads, as we call him colorfully, celebrate and exgenerate what was occurring on the field. One television game along and everyone could watch this game live, and accounts become far more accurate because we could see everything for ourselves. A similar would operate if a trial was televised. It would force the commentators to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Today, there is no check on partisans reporting of trials and exaggerations and personal options. We are rampant of America's public is the loser. Ellen Demas, and professor of Harvard Law School. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to tell you, this is actually phony trial anyways. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no evidence against the former president of the United States. No evidence against him whatsoever. I believe, if this thing was going to go to trial, it would have already went. And, something, there's no evidence against them. I mean, this conflicted stories going on. There is conflicted stories going on. This one said this one said that, and nobody has any evidence whatsoever. I remember when they said I remember when they told Trump if he didn't run for president of the United States, this wouldn't move forward. But I guess he called their bluff. He called their bluff, and you know something? He's running for president to show them that all this is all a lie, and everyone knows this. It's a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's a lie. You know what I'm saying? And you know something? I've always said anybody can say otherwise. Okay? You ever hear of innocent until proven guilty in the court of law? Okay? That's how that works. When somebody says in their public opinion, oh, Trump is guilty. You can't say that, okay, in a public opinion. You can't say that. Because, you could get yourself in trouble. With anybody, you can get yourself in trouble. You can wind up in court with a felony or something against you. Don't you realize that? Look it up. Look it up. Unless you know for sure. A lot of people shouldn't be opening their mouth about things. Okay? Unless they know, unless they know that Trump is either guilty or innocent. On a public opinion, you cannot open your mouth about it. You can't. You cannot say Trump is guilty or Biden's guilty or Hunter Biden's guilty. For me, I can't say for sure that Hunter Biden's trial is going forward about things, but I can't say Joe's guilty of criminal warfare, or what he did to Afghanistan, left all those vehicles there. Well, we know he did. We know he pulled the military and left all those people there to get slaughtered. We know Joe did that. But will he go on trial for it? That's the thing. That is something that I'm interested in talking about. Will President Joe Biden go on trial for that? Okay, because he's responsible. He was responsible for all those people down in Afghanistan when the Taliban took over. Because they saw a weak president, and when they slaughtered half of them people. Because they wanted to get the hell out of there so bad because of Joe left them there. And there was a pregnant woman down in Afghanistan hiding out because the Taliban were looking for her. Yeah. Well, should Joe go to jail for that? Should Joe be on trial for them people from being murdered? I think so. They want Trump on trial, but I think Joe Biden should be on trial. Okay, for those people that he was responsible for. Shouldn't he be on trial? Of course he should be. They want Trump on trial, so I think Joe should be on trial for all those people that got murdered down in Afghanistan. I think he should be. But will it happen? No, because you want to know why? It won't happen. Because he's a Democratic president. That's why it won't happen. The Main Street media will cover him. CNN will cover him. The truth will never come out. But they want Trump in jail. Why not Biden? For all those people that got murdered down in Afghanistan when he pulled out the troops, and half of them kids got murdered down there, and young adults and families and everything over there, and they tried to get a hold of a pregnant woman down in Afghanistan, the Taliban. Why? So why ain't Biden on trial for that? That's a good question. He should be on trial for murder. Just like his son's on trial right now. He should be on trial for murder. You can say otherwise, but that's my opinion. No, but still, it's not right. It still ain't right. But I mean, yeah. So why not? So why not Biden? Biden should be on trial for murder. They want Trump on trial. Well, why not? Now, I mean, everybody wants Trump to be on trial, but why can't Biden be on trial for it? Of course. Well, when Biden gets out of office, then they should try him for murder. They should try him. Because you want to know why? Because it's what's good for one is good for the other. Yeah, he pulled the troops from Afghanistan. When he pulled the troops, he did not pull the civilians. And again, and I can't, accept that, because the reason why I can't, because it's the truth. He pulled the troops before he pulled the civilians, and it was a pregnant woman down in Afghanistan that the Taliban were looking for. When they took over the capital of Afghanistan. Oh yeah. No, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. This is wrong. Wow, awesome. But I'm all done talking about this circus of election. So I'm all done talking about this circus because it's a circus. It's been a circus. It's been a circus in 2020 and 2020, and it's been a circus in 2022, and it's going to be another circus in 2024. Because I'm going to tell you, all mics are going to be, they're going to let them talk, but all mics are going to, CNN is going to try to screw Trump over on the mics. But you know,
James Kilgis.
but I want to understand. But I want to understand this clearly, because it was a circus before. Right now, speak up, son. Speak up. Wait a minute. Speak up.
Hey, Gabriel.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
No, but what I'm saying is,
they're gonna cut Trump's mic off. What are you talking about?
no, because I know CNN. Okay, I know how they work. Okay, they honestly will cut. They'll cut Biden's mic off too, but they'll cut Trump's mic off worse. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you know, because of they will. I mean, I know CNN, and I do. You know what I'm saying?
CNN, what does that even mean?
What does that even mean? In other words, they'll try to cut him for speaking. You know what I'm saying? Speaking the truth of everything that goes on.
Let me tell you, that has never happened before.
You know something?
Has never been cut off like that.
Yeah, I just don't trust CNN.
This is a dictatorship. I mean, come on.
But that's what I worry about.
It's not gonna happen. Do you not know how many? Do you not know how much trouble CNN would get if they even dared do that to any candidate?
Well, I mean, I've seen CNN.
I mean, sure, you'll have some. I mean, sure, you'll have some moderators. I'll come in, you know, and say something when someone's talking for too long. But that's it. You know, you're not going to see microphones being cut off.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm afraid of. Honestly, you know what? I don't trust CNN at all. I don't even trust Fox News. The ones I do trust I trust Channel 10 and 6. I wish they were the ones that were doing this.
Oh, speaking of Fox News, remember the Republican primary debates and Fox News held them, and how much of a disaster that was?
Well, it was a disaster. Well, it was a disaster on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, even with even with the Democratic Party, right? You know. It was a disaster. It was a disaster on both sides.
Well, there's no debates for the Democratic side because there were basically no challengers against Biden. Although they probably should have done one when RFK was running as a Democrat, but he's running as an independent now.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way: it's a full circus all the way around.
Oh yeah.
It's a full circus all the way around, and you know something? It's a back and forth thing. You know, he said, she said, he said, he said, she said. You know, it's a full scale back and forth. But
Well, you're not going to see any microphone being cut.
I hope not.
You're not going to see that.
Well, I hope not. No, but what I was saying about Biden, if he does get out, I know I read some of your comments over here, but if he does get out of office, he should be charged too. You know what I'm saying? Because
if there's any dirt on him, then yeah, I mean, you know, whatever it is.
no, but he should be charged with look how many people in Afghanistan that got killed. You know what I'm saying? Look how many people they got killed in Afghanistan. Look at the pregnant woman. There was a pregnant woman down there in Afghanistan. She had to hide because the Taliban were looking for her. You know that they would have did something with her. They would have, believe it or not. They would have did something with her.
Oh, I know.
They're crazy, you know. Look, if the military dogs were down there, they would have ate the military dogs. That's how cannibal they are. They're nuts.
Yeah, I know. It's just we had to end that war. I mean, we were there for far too long. 20 plus years we were there, and we didn't win squat. So, I mean, we had to get out of there.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, was it a disaster? Yeah, it was a disaster. It was that whole thing. It's like, that thing is like the Vietnam War of the 21st century. Like we just weren't gonna win.
Well, there was. I mean, look, and those idiots down there, they don't even know how to use our drones.
Oh, we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have went down there at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's
And just like with the war with Iraq, we shouldn't have went in there either.
well, I mean, but
As soon as Saddam was captured, that's it. We should have left. But no, we were still there for like 10 plus years.
well, we wanted to make sure. I guess we wanted to make sure that it was cleaned up, so that way it wouldn't be no more.
Well, again, nation building doesn't work at all.
Actually, we went down there. We destroyed their buildings, but we also went down there to, help them build it back up. You know what I'm saying? So that way,
Well, here's the thing. Well, they never asked for our help in the first place.
Well, but we also needed to put a president inside there too.
No, absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not. As soon as Saddam was captured, we should have left Iraq completely alone instead of, trying to form a puppet government and stay there for like 10 plus years.
Oh.
Which both Bush and Obama did.
Well, Bush didn't.
Still kept troops there for whatever reason.
Well, I think Bush and Obama probably kept them there, just to make sure that things are going to be, not happen again. You know what I'm saying? That way.
And look how many people got killed because of that. All those innocent civilians.
Well, but it was under the Biden administration though. Listen to this. But under the Biden administration, though, Biden should have just pulled out all the civilians, right? Instead of pulling out the troops first. I mean.
Wait, hold on. Time out.
All right, go ahead.
What do you mean by all civilians?
Well, he should have pulled the civilians out first before he pulled the troops. Maybe the troops would have okay, well, you know what? He's pulling out the civilians. Maybe because they would have stopped. They were make sure that nobody gets hurt. But
the thing is, before the troops left, American forces actually got the airport in Kabul. They actually occupied the airport, and they actually tried to get as much civilians out as possible. But the Taliban was quickly taking over.
But why do things the hard way, though?
Huh?
Why do things the hard way when you can just leave the troops there and pull out the civilians, though? I mean,
the same outcome would have happened. The Taliban was advancing way quicker than people thought. So, I mean, we just didn't have enough time to get as much people out as possible. So, I mean, it was going to be a disaster regardless.
Ugh.
But I mean, that's what happens when you end a 20-plus year war where $4 trillion were invested in it that we're never going to get back ever again.
Well,
and how much debt that's added to our country, all these pointless wars. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but when Trump was in office, he was ending all these wars, and he was getting all our money back.
Well, how come he put troops in Syria? He also put a bunch more troops in Iraq as well. And he tried installing a pro-American puppet government in Venezuela, if anyone remembers that. And he nearly started a war with Iran, so
Well, I mean, it's
I mean, that's just a common trend with the 21st century presidents. There's just war everywhere.
well, I mean, that's life, I guess. I mean, if I was there, I would have been. If I was there, I would have probably, been facing these facing these Taliban with M16s and AR-15s, and if I was there, if I wasn't under the Reagan administration and I was there, believe me, I honestly. Even if Biden pulled out the troops, I would have stood there and helped out more trying to get the civilians out. You know what I'm saying? I would have stood there. Even if I was getting shot at and everything else and stuff, I wouldn't care. Because I think the people, the civilians would have to come first. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but well, if the Taliban wasn't advancing so quickly, then maybe you are right. Maybe we could have gotten more people out of there.
We should have. We should have gotten more.
The biggest problem, the Taliban was advancing way quicker than we thought.
I was talking to. I was talking to an. I'm not trying to switch the subject, but I'm going to give you an example. I was talking today. I was on the bus. I was talking to. A retired airborne ranger, okay, and we were actually, because I even told him, and I said to him, I said, hey, I said, you're airborne ranger. He said, what were you? I said, Marine, and he said, he said he was down there. He was down there when the Taliban's were taking over the Afghanistan. The capital, I think it's called. I'm not sure what it's called. Huh?
Kabul, that's the capital of Afghanistan.
The capital of Afghanistan. So, and he said he said when he was down there, he said it was a mess down there. He said he even said that the troops were the Biden administration pulled us out of there before helping the civilians. I'm just saying. He said he was there, and
I know. I even called it a disaster. I know.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. We should get out of there, but yeah, it was a disaster.
Yeah, we should have gotten out. We should have gotten out of there the right way. You know what I'm saying? But if the Afghanistan.
And I don't think. Maybe we've gone more time if Congress had a definitive answer with that.
Yeah, well, they're slow as molasses, anyways. Congress.
Still debated for some reason if we should stay in there or not.
Congress is slow as molasses. They're not as fast as they should.
Warhawk representatives still wanting war. For the military-industrial complex.
Well, I mean.
Which is something that even Dwight Eisenhower warned us about.
Yeah, well, we don't. Well, actually, no, we don't. I mean, you're right. We don't need any more wars.
The military-industrial complex, as powerful as it is.
Well, we shouldn't be in any wars, anyways. And matter of fact,
we shouldn't.
But we shouldn't be. We shouldn't even, unless it's necessarily that we have to.
I mean, yeah, as a last resort.
I mean, the last resort, of course. No, but the last resort, yeah. I mean, that's our last resort. We have to be at war. We got to be at war. You know what I'm saying? But But there's not. But no, you're right. We shouldn't even be down there necessarily. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to agree with you with that.
We shouldn't have went down there in the first place.
Well, no, the United States shouldn't. We shouldn't even be sticking our nose into anything. We shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the Taliban was just going to come back regardless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the Taliban.
That's why I called it the Vietnam War of the 21st century.
I think they were more after the president down there because I guess he took off without the money as soon as he heard the Taliban were coming.
Yeah.
I take off too.
I think that was a
No, he split. He's gone. He's like, oh my God. He said, they're coming. Psst. He said, see you later.
Yeah, I think he fled Uzbekistan or Tajikistan.
Oh, well, I mean, they're looking for him. I don't know about that. But they're looking for him.
Well, it's not like that guy was any good or not, so.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing, I did talk about a little bit about Coogan, okay? And
That hit and run.
huh?
That hit and run.
Yeah. You know something though, James? If it was me or you, just say it was me and you driving, okay, and you pulled out of a parking lot, you hit somebody, right? And then all of a sudden, okay, well, I have to go to an event. I'm going to go to the event, and that's it. And then all of a sudden, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put this. All right, just say you were the mayor of the city of Fall River, okay? And you, and then just like Coogan, you hit somebody's car and fled and took off, right? And then all of a sudden, is it? Tell me if this. Tell me I'm wrong. If the police chief calls you and says, "Hey, did you realize that you hit somebody's car and you took off?" And then the people just called me. Oh well, tell them to call me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll he paid $1,100 to get their car fixed in Taunton on Sunday. And what is any garage open on Sunday in Taunton?
I don't know.
No, but he paid instead of dealing with the insurance company, he gave those people $1,100. He wrote them out a check for $1,100. Believe it or not.
Oh, to the people that whose car he hit?
Yeah. $1,100. He wrote them out a check. And instead of calling the police, right? And filing a police report was filed after. But instead of calling the police and saying, "Hey, look, I hit somebody's car out here, and I need to speak to a police officer," and instead of him saying, "Well, I am the mayor of the city of Fall River, but I want to be here," and when the police come, he did not do that. He did not do that.
Do you really need the police involved for that?
Yeah, you do, especially when you're a public official. Well, I mean, yeah, you do need the police. Yeah, because it involves insurance. It involves insurance. You got to report things to the insurance company. That's what you got to do.
Insurance companies, yeah.
Yeah, which is Coogan did not do that. He used the police chief to
Okay.
Huh? No, he used the
Okay.
He used the police chief, to tell the people, "Oh, why don't you give them my phone number and I'll talk to them." And these people were okay with it.
Oh, they were all right with it.
Yeah. I mean, if that was us, we'd be in trouble.
We'd be screwed.
No, you're right. No, if that was
screwed, our insurances would go up by a lot.
Yeah. It would go up by a lot. And the reason why Coogan didn't do that is because his insurance would go up a lot.
Oh, so he will. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Look at the police report on my page. Look at James. Look at the police report and listen to Channel 10. Because they were there, and Fall River Reporter too was there.
Oh, they were
Yeah, listen. Yeah, Farrell reporter was actually there. Read their article, and that should tell you that should tell you something. And when you go to Carvella's, I think Carvella's is a restaurant. I think they have a bar over there too.
Carvella, yeah, they're a restaurant.
And I think they have a bar over there. They have a bar, don't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they have a bar, but he said that he was drinking soda.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if he was, he was. But I mean, but they should have been, a police officer on site. You know what I'm saying, to take statements, and there was also 2 witnesses over at Carvella's too that saw that accident.
Yeah, I heard there were 2 people that saw it.
Caravella. Yeah, I think James understands what I'm trying to say.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're saying.
No, yeah. So there was 2 witnesses over there. So I mean, now what happens if somebody was in that car and got hurt, and and he did that? You know what I'm saying? Where would that lead? Oh, I didn't know somebody was in a car. Yeah. Being the mayor of the city of Fall River is if being the mayor of the city of Fall River, you have control over the police department. In other words, you can hire a police chief. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, with all that fiasco with that accident, I think that police chief should just step down from office, because it was favoritism, and I think you're gonna tell me I'm right, James.
Well, I need to look more into it, especially about the police chief. So.
Well, but it was favoritism. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? And doing favors leads to more favors and more favors and more favors after that. And that's where the corruption comes in. Okay,
Well, I'm not gonna say any of that until I actually find out about what that chief did.
Well, no, I know you're not.
Just like what you said, we cannot say someone did that until there's proof of it. So.
Well, but we know that. But there ain't gonna be no court proceedings in this or nothing. Believe it or not, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. It's not. There's not. No court proceedings are gonna happen.
Well, you know what? I'll see it. I'll see it for myself.
Yeah. No. But no. That's your right. You can see it for yourself, because when you hit somebody, you're supposed to call the police. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're supposed to call the police unless the person wants to take your information or his information. You know what I'm saying? Or you can leave a note and saying, "Hey, my name is so and so. I hit your car. There's my phone number. Can you please get in touch with me?" At least leave a note. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something.
Well, because I remember one of our vans from our redemption center. When we used to go to church and stuff, the guy backed into the car, because it was too tight. He didn't have the room, and what he did was he got out and he wrote a note with his number, and he put it on the car. He said, "Look, hi, my name is so and so. Here's my cell phone number. Can you please give me a call, because I want to let you know that your car was hit by my van." You know what I'm saying? At least do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't just take off from a scene of an accident and thinking that everything's going to be all right. But when a man makes rules, he makes rules and he tells us not to do this and not to do that, right? But he's also got to follow the rules too. Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
Thank you. He's got to follow the rules. And yeah, so it's sad. You know what I'm saying? You know, the politicians, they make rules for us, but do they follow them? No, they don't. City councilors, mayors, they don't follow them. Presidents, they don't follow them, and none of them do. Even though I support one, but none of them do. None of them follow the rules. I'm going to say Trump does follow the rules. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it.
I knew you were going to bail Trump out.
Well, because he does follow the rules. But other than that,
he wouldn't be in court right now.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this. All this stuff is all a sham. People get paid money every single time. Okay. Well, this is an important president right here. He's rich. He's got money. So let's blame him. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works.
Well, you know what? If he said he didn't break any laws, like he said, he wouldn't be in court.
Well, but like I said, you know, all this is a kangaroo court. That's what this is.
Oh, come on.
This one blaming this one blaming that one, and nobody and
you know what? That would be like me saying that if Biden was in court, that would be like me saying, oh, it's politically motivated. It's a kangaroo court.
It is a political. It is a kangaroo court. But I mean, I can't. I can't.
To be accounted for.
Well, they should be accountable for things that they do, but I mean, if they're innocent and they didn't do nothing wrong, then they shouldn't. But I could say, hey, Biden's a murderer. Okay, Biden did this, Biden did that. Biden did all that, but I cannot say that. Well, I could say Biden should be in court for it.
I mean, you literally accused Biden of murder.
Well, I did because he did.
So you contradicted yourself.
No, but he did actually. Biden did actually. I call it murder. Because you want to know why? Because half of them people down in Afghanistan got killed.
Well, they were gonna get killed anyway. It's the fucking time.
Hey. But yeah. So I mean, that's how that is. You know. Well.
I mean, even you said like, oh, we shouldn't say this.
No, but we shouldn't say it.
I mean, so now you're saying Biden committed murder with that.
Well, because he pulled out the troops.
On court for that.
But he pulled out the troops and he left the civilians there.
So what the hell is he gonna do? Was he gonna get 1 million people out of there in like 2 days?
Well, he should have left the troops there.
No, that was a 20+ year war.
So let people. So wait a second. So wait. So let people let innocent kids and children and pregnant women get killed.
Well, no, did I say I wanted those people?
No, you didn't say that. But I'm saying, but let innocent pregnant women and children get killed. If I was the president of the United States, I would actually pull those people out first. I would.
Even with the Taliban advancing so close.
I wouldn't care. You know something? I would not care. Hey, look that's why I got troops for. That's why I got airborne rangers. That's why I have That's why I have troops and commanding officers to for troops to help out. That's why I got them for. To help out, and that's what they get paid for, to do their job.
Yep, to do their job. Yep.
To do their job. They have to do their job. I mean, you can't just say, "Hey, I'm going to pull troops out," and say, "Hey, the heck with the what do you call it? The civilian people." I can't.
That's not how I see it.
Well, I mean, that's not. I mean, well, yeah, that's your opinion, and that's how you see it. But I see it a whole different way.
So keeping a war going on and spending trillions more dollars on it.
Well, I mean, it's better than having.
I mean, come on.
But it's better than having people dying.
But if you kept soldiers in, that would have to be more people dying.
Well, soldiers are supposed to.
More civilians would die in the crossfire.
Well, I mean, then that's what they get up. That's what they sign up for. Just
Wow.
no, I'm just saying that's what they sign up for. Hey, look I sign up for carriages, you sign up for bagging, right?
Whoa, that's completely different.
But still, this is what we sign up for. This is what we sign up for. I'm just saying. That's. I mean, I see it a different way, but you see it also.
Ridiculous.
Well, I mean, hey, it's whatever. If it sounds ridiculous, it is what it is. But I mean, I want to say that I see it a different way, but you also see it a different way, and that's what makes America great. Because if we all agree,
Yeah, spending trillions in wars. That's what makes America great.
of course. But it's not starting a war. It's helping civilians. It's helping.
Remaining troops in there helping out civilians.
Well,
does that help them?
to block the Taliban's from coming in and opening fire on civilians.
Well, there was already civilians dying even when American troops were in there.
Well,
So by pouring out Afghanistan, it'll actually it'll finally end that war and finally end this stupid war that we spend numerous amounts on. Don't tell me you supported that war. I mean, come on.
well, I just wanna. I was always for the people. You know what I'm saying? I was always for. Like I said, I was always for the people. But like I said, I am. If I was down there, if I was being shot at, you know what I'm saying, by the Taliban. Hey, look, that's what I was signed up for, and I'm going to protect it, and I'm going to serve, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, if I was there, that's what I'm going to sign up. I signed up. When I signed up, if I was there, I'm going to protect and serve. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's not how I see it.
And you know something? And I'm going to protect the civilians, children, and families and everything else. Hey, look, you know something? They want to fight. Fight back. You know what I'm saying? And that's the end of that.
Yeah, for something we started.
Well, I mean, I don't believe we started a fight, but when you start killing civilians and families and children, no, it doesn't work that way.
Well, that's what happens when you put troops in, unfortunately.
Well, the troops are there to protect.
That's war.
I mean, if this troops there, and if there's troops there down in Afghanistan, well, guess what? If nobody's engaging a fight against each other, then I guess sometimes the troops have the right to be there.
Well, we never should have been there in the first place.
Well, I mean, that's your right of an opinion.
I mean, look at all the money we wasted in that. That's money we're never going to.
Look at the money, but look at the money we're wasting now under the Biden administration.
Oh, and the Trump administration, and the Obama administration, and the George Bush administration. And so on.
Well, we're wasting money anyway.
I mean, it's been going on for God knows how long.
And guess what? It's gonna, as long as that we're alive, it's still gonna keep going on, and we're not gonna. Nothing's gonna change unless we get
the right persons in.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Whoever that's gonna be.
Well, I don't know. Oh. Well, yeah. Oh, man. It's freaking hot in this room, man. Whew. I have no air conditioner in this room.
Absolutely not.
No, not at all. I have it in the other room. Ugh. Yeah, I was. Well, I didn't go on yesterday because I was. I didn't. I have to alternate my recordings now.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to alternate it from Tuesday to Friday, and then sometimes when I'm not working, it'll be on Thursdays. So I have to alternate back and forth.
Okay.
But you know what? I won't say anything on this live feed. But give me a call later, and we'll talk private. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end this live feed. And but James, I like something. Like I said, we always talk about the issues. We never argue about them, right?
Yep.
And that's what's good about it. And that's what makes that's what. If we agreed on everything, it would be no fun.
Well, the world would be a much better place.
If we agreed on everything, man, that would be boring.
Boring?
It would be boring.
Look what's happening now.
That's what the fun. That's why it's fun.
Look what's happening right now in this country politically. It's nuts.
It is nuts.
I would give anything to go back to like the 2000s.
Oh man, I would give anything to go back to the 1980s, baby. The 1980s, I would. But you know something though.
And you know what? Finally getting rid of this two-party system and add even more parties. If only we could have even more parties.
Oh, you know that's not gonna happen. And I know it's not going to happen.
I mean, I could see in like 20 years' time.
Well, maybe 20 years' time.
Your country finally modernizes voting-wise.
I'm laughing because it's, I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but I'm just laughing. You know how many times I've said, I have, in the past, I've said, we need more parties in this election. I have said that. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen at my time.
Well, look at the deep state.
Yeah, the deep state. Oh my God, Obama, deep state.
Like that.
Hillary Clinton and all this other crap and stuff going on. Yes. Yeah. So, are you home?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I thought you were working today. I said, geez, I'm going to come on. James working today, but I guess I was wrong. I knew you were home today. I knew you was. Jeez.
Well, I'll be get going.
Hey, you want to, you want to call later?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, because I want to talk in private.
Okay.
All right, and thank you, James, for calling. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Hey, any hey, you got your any opinions from anybody? Hey, what if it's wrong opinions, right opinions? Hey, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So, well, then I will talk to you later tonight.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it's we cannot exclude everybody's opinions. We can't. I mean, people, from the left to the right, the far left or the far right, we have to accept their opinions. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in a constitutional, it's constitutional. So we have to accept their opinion on things. So, and I mean, we find suggestions how to do things, back and forth. That's what's good about America. You know what I'm saying? That's what's good about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and like I said, if we all agree on the same thing, yeah, everything would be great. But I mean, it's impossible sometimes. It's impossible sometimes to agree on certain issues that is really happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to agree because right now we live in a two-party system, and but if we had if we had a three-party or four-party system, then it wouldn't be so bad. You know what I'm saying? But even so, and I think I talked about that back in the 1980s, wishing that we did have a three-party system. But I mean, I mean, I would love to see a three-party system because that way the elections would be fair. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say that I'm not going to agree with it, but I do agree with a three-party system. Because so the elections could be fair. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Bernie, Senator Bernie, his party gave him the screwing. You know what I'm saying? Screwed him over. Hillary Clinton screwed him over. On the election. Too. So, and I also remember that Bernie Sanders, when he was running for president of the United States, he told Joe that you cannot cut the elderly's disability. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Even Senator Bernie even said that to Joe. You cannot, do that to the elderly people. You know what I'm saying? And I remember Joe saying, "Oh yeah, I could." You know what I'm saying? And Bernie said, "No, you can't." You know what I'm saying? But I mean, even Bernie's party screwed him over too. So I mean, that's how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Even he got screwed over too. But I mean, it's they just screw everybody over. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't think it's right. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's election, and and when it's election time, nobody's your friend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's against each other. Even Republicans are against each other. Even Democrats are against each other. Everybody's against each other because everyone wants to be the president of the United States, or everyone wants also be the Speaker of the House. So everybody will be fighting against each other. And then once one person gets elected, and the other one's shaking the other person's hand later on. So, I mean, remember, follow the money, because that's where the money is. Follow the money. Every time you see a Benjamin, keep following it until you get to the White House or to Washington, because that's where it ends right there. Take care, everybody. Have a great night, and I have to alternate my videos, and some is going to be Tuesdays and Fridays, and some is going to be on Thursdays. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and I thanks James for coming on, for putting his 2 pennies in. So thank you, James, for putting your 2 pennies in. That was great. You have. I do love listening to his opinions, you know what I'm saying? And this is the thing, we don't argue back and forth about anything. I mean, I listen to him, he listens to me, we listen to each other. Take care, everybody, have a great night.